Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for participating in the live that we had yesterday morning. I so appreciate it. It was Holly Jolly's birthday, and I think we made it special. You guys are all special, so thank you guys. Guys, I want to ask you a question, and I just want to be real. So I was watching, while I'm working, I always have YouTube on in the background, or to be honest with you, sometimes I have sermons from the church that I go to, and sometimes music. But anyway, more times than not, I have YouTube because I'm trying to catch up on things, and then I want to think about what am I going to talk about. And I was listening to Zav Girl, and I have to tell you, there's something about her channel that I see it and I just can't unsee it. And I don't want to say what it is because I don't want everybody else to see it. And it's not her. It's not her. So, guys, I was watching and I saw that Mila was on again. Mila, Wade Wilson's ex, the one that was having him on record, as well as it being recorded at the jail, their phone call, and how she got him to tell her what happened. So she didn't get him to testify per se. That's what he did. She just asked him what happened, like why would you do that? And that's when he said it was the drugs. You know how I am on the drugs. And so let's be real. And now I did a video where there's like an army for Wade Wilson. All these people there's no doubt that they've gotten their $90,000 for a guy that brutally unalived two women. Didn't have to happen just because he wanted to. Okay, so now we're up to where he's being sentenced, and the recommendation is unalivement, and that's by 9 out of 12 jurors on the for one of the women that he unalived, and 10 out of 12 for the other. And in Florida, you just have to have 8 or more, so 8 out of 12 or more for the unalivement. So the jury makes that decision, and the judge, if he thinks that's a good decision, he goes ahead with it. And I can't see this changing except if the scans come back and it actually shows that there's a damage there, and then in which case I think he will get life imprisonment, which is the very least he can get. We listened because if you follow my channel and you're part of this community, then you probably have listened to some of the phone calls from Wade Wilson to people on the outside, and a few of them have been to Kristen, right? So we know what Kristen has said, and we know how steely she was as far as, what she said about Christine Melton, and, that she thought she was unattractive, she knew that she was on a recorded call. And there was a lot of bullshit going on because she's saying Wade Wilson's her friend. There's no interest. In the meantime, no, that's not true. She gave this man money that she needed for her children. We know this. It was 5 years ago. The point is that this is the point. She's trying to defend herself and say, hey, stop talking about me. Let's just let it go. Just let it go. Let me forget it. And Jumpsuit Pablo said, hey, and I agree with him. Hey, we're reporting on things. Apparently there are recordings that are much worse. Much worse. And there's people that haven't released those calls because they would do more damage. And especially to Kristen's kids. I agree with that as well. There were people that were sending the crime scene photos of Dee Dee. I was getting them, and people were asking me, can I get them? And I said, man, I'm not sending them. They're very graphic. I'm not going to partake in sending them. But I know you can get them because I'm being sent them. So I agree with, if these phone calls don't come out, whoever decides, I'm not going to go out of my way to find those phone calls. I would assume they could be gotten. But unless they come out and unless I feel very strongly about something, I'm not going to, seek them out. But does she get a pass? Jumpsuit Pablo said, hey, let it go. Because people say shit about me. It's social media. That's the way it is. You put yourself out there. I didn't do this to you. You did it to yourself. I got in trouble for something. I was in jail for 2 years waiting for my trial. I go to trial. I'm a changed man. The judge doesn't want to hear it because I got to pay for my crime for what I did 2 years ago, and I got 10 years. This is what Jumpsuit Pablo says. That's true. And now Kristen has to come to the reckoning. And what she's saying is, well, guys, my kids are paying the price. You had kids. You had kids, and your kids knew about Wade Wilson because that was on the phone calls. You know what I'm saying? So, do we get to judge you for who you are then? Well, yes. We get to say something about it. Do we get to judge you? Man, I looked at that and said you were pathetic. I looked at that and said you were desperate. I looked at that and said you were broken. Okay, now I'm understanding you were fucked up and high too. Okay, I thought you were on parole, so therefore you couldn't be. But, okay, if you've made the changes over the course of the 5 years, and not just because, you're shamed into it now, but if you've made those changes in your life, you will show people that. And Pablo said this too. You will show people that, and that will shine. But for the time being, the content creators, I'm going to comment on things and say, yeah, listen, it is a fucking bad look. It's a really bad look what you did. Maybe you can educate the army of Wade Wilson women and men that are out there now trying to save him. Maybe you can advocate for women like you before you came to your realization that, holy shit, what did I do? That's an idea, Kristen. And if that's really how you feel, maybe you can. Maybe you can change one person. Even if it's just one person, maybe you could do that. I thought it was nice that Mila and Kristen had some sort of grace for each other or understanding, trauma bonding. I don't know what it is. But I don't know what happened between Wade and Kristen except for the fact that they just grew apart. And I personally think that it's because Kristen found out, and she did. We know that she found out about Breezy, right? And that's another woman who tattooed Wade Wilson on her chest, over her left breast, the heart, right? Because that's where it looks like to me, okay? And she's unalived herself. She was 31 years old. Like, how broken. This is why these criminals continue to be criminals when they have access to people. People just shouldn't be able to write or to make phone calls. Look at it. It just, there's a better way. There's a better way than this. Because women, I'm not even going to say people like Smacky Face over there. I'm not even going to say that it's him. It's more, it's how cults begin. These women need to feel important, and they feel like, oh, this is it. This is it. And then you got this guy with all his time on his hands. Time is not on his side. So seriously, but he has all this time on his hands, and he could write to several women all day. What else is he going to do? What else can he do? So he's going to write to all these women. He's going to let his imagine. He's loving this shit. Come on, man. This is the most popular this guy's been. He's loving it. He's loving it. They want a sea of blue at the courthouse. And that really kills me because that's what they asked for at the Corey Michelot in honor of Corey at the Christopher Gregor sentencing. And now these people are asking for it to support Wade Wilson. What the fuck? Like, that's where that's where it personally bothers me. So, Kristen, if you are sincere, try to help somebody. Get in this, talk in groups. Do something to show that you've made a change. But this is going to cycle out. And unfortunately, with the internet, things stay on record forever. But we knew this, and you knew you were on a recorded call, and you made bad decisions, and now you could just show that you've learned from it. Yes, okay, embrace your mistakes and show the world that you've learned from it. Don't blame other people for your mistakes, and I know that Pablo made that clear, and I'm glad that you saw that. So, guys, we'll watch a little bit of this. Just so you see what I'm talking about, and then I highly recommend you guys watch it and tell it's pretty interesting. I think
All right, Jumpsuit, what's up?
All right, let's see.
What's up,
Kristen?
What's up, Jumpsuit? Well, first of all, I wasn't when I sent you that message. It wasn't rude. It wasn't disrespectful. I just want you to know some of the things that you've been saying about me is kind of harsh, and it's really affecting my kids. Like my son was in school today, and literally some kid had your thing playing on, and I understand my calls back then. That's like a Kristen I don't even want to remember.
What did I say? That
I don't know. You said something about it was like about that fat hair. What's fat hair, purple hair? Kristen's going to be giving Mr. Wade today. It's just some of the.
Yeah, I definitely didn't say that because fat hair don't make sense. Probably purple hair.
Purple hair fat girl Kristen's going to be giving. I don't know which.
I never called you fat. I referenced how Wade said you were almost fat. So I'm just talking about what Wade said in the call.
Okay, let me finish.
Hang on. We got to make sure that we are accurate now with what we're saying.
But I understand. I'm being accurate. But what I'm saying is these calls are from 5 years ago.
Okay.
All the stuff that you guys are saying about somebody, which is myself, okay, is uncalled for. So whether I said it, whether it was the wrong way I said it, or the other way I said it, or whatever way, you're saying it.
How's it uncalled for? I'm reacting to what is uploaded and what is put out there. Okay, now see,
and I'm asking you.
In your message to me, you say, how is it okay for you to change, talking about me, but I can change. You can change. We can both change.
Well,
but
then also state that.
Let him talk. Kristen, hold on.
Ma'am, I'm pretty sure there's 654 people who's going to see this. So hang on now, let me make my point. I didn't go into the court 2 years after I got arrested for armed robberies and tell the judge, hey, listen, judge, I'm a different man. I didn't rob nobody yesterday. So you can't sentence me. You can't judge me on what I did 2 years ago. No, I still got 10 years. I still got held accountable for what I did. And so if there's 6, 7, 8, yep.
Amen.
Wow. If there's 6, 7, 8 other channels uploaded, I don't have a single call of yours. I'm not in possession of any of these calls. They get uploaded, and I if something's funny, then I laugh. If something's not funny, I don't laugh. I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, it is what I get. I'm a creator. I get people telling me every day, I don't forgive you for what you did. You're a piece of crap. Go die. Go unalive yourself. You look like crap. Your teeth are jacked. Your hair looks stupid. You look fat. You're obese. I get that every single day. I get death threats. And you know what? I don't message them and say, hey, you're ruining my life. They're not. They don't got that power over me. I keep doing what I'm doing. It's the internet, man. That's what's going to do.
Well, that's what you are ruining, but you are ruining my life. My kid got jumped.
I don't think I kept you from getting that big CEO position at that major law firm, ma'am. If people listen, it's the internet, man. Like that's what they're going to do. You wanted to talk to Wade because you saw him on the news. He's famous. He's all over the place. So you want to talk to him. This is what comes with associating with fame. Just like if you want to get on YouTube, if I want to get on YouTube and TikTok and gain a following, this is what comes with gaining a following. I have people who hate me, who make videos about me. It comes with it. It comes with it. You signed up for that.
Sure didn't sign up for it. Thank you.
You call it a murder.
Happen to every person.
You're not welcome because you did sign up for that, ma'am. I mean, I'm listening to the calls other people upload, and I say what I say. I mean, you got to move on from me. Go talk to the people who upload it. If you really got, you want to, I have no power. If I quit making videos, 10, 11, 12, 13, do you know how many people have requested every single last call of Wade Wilson? Do you know that the main people uploading it have protected you and not uploaded your worst calls? Because if they did, you would not have anybody in your corner because there's some things said and admitted on those calls by you that would crush you to pieces. And they didn't do you like that. They really showed you mercy, if I'm being honest.
Told you, you redact some stuff because you have.
And maybe you don't remember because it was 5 minutes ago, but I heard it five years ago, but I heard it 5 hours ago. And so trust me, they're not even doing you that bad because there's some things you talked about on these calls that would put everything else to shame. And so you might as well just be glad for that. If I'm uploading videos and you're most upset about me having a couple giggles, I go in that Wade half the time.
It's just how you see things. It's just how you are putting it out there. All right,
that's my personality. That's my personality, and that's what it's going to be. And it ain't going to change. You might as well just keep living your life and forget about it. That's what I do when people make videos about me. People make videos about me. He sucks. I hate him. He needs to die. He needs to get off YouTube. Fuck him. Fuck anybody who follows him. He's a piece of shit. He's a bitch. Guess what? I keep living my life, bro. Like, you ain't got thicker skin than that, but you got thick enough skin to talk to Wade Wilson and talk about
that was 5 years ago. Again, that was 5 years ago. All that stuff you were talking about.
I don't care when it was. You're a grown woman and you were built like that like then. So you still got that same thick skin. Just eat that shit and move on. It'll be over in about 4 or 5 months, if not sooner. You making a big stink about nothing. You drawing more attention to yourself.
Did you hear though about like what happened to her child today?
I don't know that. I don't got nothing to do with that.
You don't care.
I don't care, ma'am. Nobody would know you had a child until you talk about putting them on the phone with
You
Wade
don't
Wilson.
care, and that's what's sad.
That's
Believe
true.
that. Don't worry.
Oh, ma'am. If we're going to talk about, do we want to talk about what's really sad? Do we really want to talk about what's sad? Because nobody would know you had a kid until you offered to put them on the phone with Wade Wilson. What's wrong with you? You act like I ain't heard them calls. Don't make me talk about what you said in them calls that ain't even been uploaded.
That's great. And again,
we did you a favor. We did you a
my
favor.
mind wasn't in the right place, and you've been there before yourself. Okay, all right. So let's stop. Let's stop.
In what place?
Okay, let's
You don't
just
know
stop,
shit
bro.
about me. You don't know shit about me.
Okay, you don't know me either, so that's why you should keep my name out
All
your
I know
mouth.
is what I hear, and so I laugh when it's.
Hey guys, what'd you think of that? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. All right, guys, I really appreciate you. It's Friday, right? So the weekend. We're coming up on the weekend, guys. I look forward to seeing you this weekend. I got a few videos in mind to put out, and I hope everybody has a super great and safe weekend. It's almost over. Summer is almost over. Yeah. It's not my favorite time of the year. So, guys, like, how long do you think? How long before somebody is forgiven or forgotten for their behavior? Because I see people paying for bad behavior that wasn't even considered bad behavior for shit over 30 years ago. For bad jokes that weren't criminal, which are now criminal. So how long does Kristen get a pass? And does she get a pass? Or is that the way she's always going to be? Remember that saying that I keep telling you? It's not mine. I wish it was, because I felt it. It's resonated with me. Demi Moore said it. She said a few things that I thought, wow, she's pretty quick. She's pretty smart. If they're hers, maybe she got them from somebody else. But a few of her words of wisdom. One of them is, when somebody decides who you are, you can never be somebody else. That's what she says. When somebody decides who you are, you can never be anybody else. So we all grow. We all change. We hope we do, and we hope, I guess, it's for the best. So Kristen says that she's done this and she doesn't want anybody talking about her anymore, and unfortunately that's just not the way the world works. But it probably will be over very soon, because Wade's sentencing is going to be the 27th of this month. Some more phone calls will come out, and we might talk about some, but ultimately it's going to go away. So again, I think that she should embrace her mistakes and try to do something directly in regard to them to make it right. So if she's sincere, and that's what she, wants to do. This isn't a test, but that would be something that I think would show people. It'd be a good start, right? All right, guys, this is Issues with Tatty One Skip. I so appreciate you. Be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Always, always be kind. Tell me what you're eating, where you are in the world, and what your beverage is right now. I have watered down green tea, very watered down green tea, and it's iced. And then I have some hot apple chai tea. That's what I got. And it's the weekend. Everybody's working. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care. Be kind.